Dear students, today we are going to start a new chapter that plays important role in our day-to-day life. So let's start. Every day we take food. We eat food. So the question comes in our mind, why do we eat food? Yes, we eat food to get energy. So, why do we get energy? We need energy to grow and stay healthy. So, if the food provides us energy that is required for the growth and survival of our life, so there must be something in the food that provides us the energy, and that substance or that something that present in the food are nothing but the nutrients or the components of food. So today in this chapter we are going to discuss about the different components of food and the different importance and disorders caused due to these nutrients. So let's begin. Energy, as we have used the word that food we eat to obtain energy. So now in this slide we will discuss about the different reasons for which all organisms, including plants even, need food. So the first bullet we see here, this is to obtain energy. Okay, why do we need energy? As we have discussed here, we need energy for the growth and the survival, and even to carry out all the activities that is continuously taking place in our body. Okay, now the next reason for which we need food is it also provides the materials needed for the growth of the body. So the second reason for which we need food is to obtain the materials that is needed for the growth. Okay, but there are also reasons for which we take foods. Food is needed as it helps to repair injured tissues or helps in the repairing of the damaged body parts. For example, skin and bones in the case of cuts and fractures. Okay, so in this way, this is also one of the important reasons why do we need to take the food, that is in the repairing of the damaged part. And apart from it, there's also one important reason for taking the food is that it helps to develop or build resistance against diseases and to fight infections. So let's have a glance what are the different reasons for which we need food to get energy. Number 1, number 2, for growth, repair and maintenance of the body, and number 3, to fight disease. So here we have seen why do we need food. Now we have discussed about the substance that is present in the food, and that we taught it as a nutrients. So what is nutrients? A nutrient can be defined as a components that are needed by a body to grow, survive and carry on different daily activities. So for the growth, to survive, we need the nutrients as it provides the energy to us. Okay, now so this is the nutrients. As you can see in the picture, so many food items have been shown like bananas, apples, coconut. So all these contains the different nutrients. Now we will focus on the different types of nutrients. As you can see in the mind map, the nutrients have been divided into two parts, that is macronutrients and micronutrients. Macro, as the name suggesting, macro means that is required in high amount or large amount, and micro, those nutrients that are required in a small amount. So under macronutrients we are keeping carbohydrates, fats and proteins, and under micronutrients we are keeping vitamins and minerals. Okay, so we can have the 5 components of our food. What are those? Carbohydrate, fats, proteins, these are considered as the macronutrients, and the vitamins and minerals, these are considered as the micronutrients. So, but in this mind map you are also seeing the roughness and the water. Yes, these two are also taken as the major nutrients of our food, because these two are also present in our food items and that play important role in our body. We will discuss its function later on. Okay, so here we have seen, let's have the sum up. So this is the mind map showing the 5 types of different types of nutrients, that is carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins, mineral and water. Okay, here in this picture you can concrete your concept by seeing the different food items. I think all of you are acquainted with all these food items. You must be taken bread, you must have taken it, you must have taken the millets, jowar, the corns. So these all food items mainly rich in the carbohydrates. Here fats like egg yolk, like ghee, butter, these all contain the fat as a macronutrient. If we talk about the protein, we are taking the milk, we are taking cheese, we are taking paneer, we are taking soyas, we are taking the pulses. All these food items are rich in protein. So now we will focus over the nutrients, its sources and its functions. So let's move on. Now here, what do different food items contain? So first we are taking the concern of the carbohydrates. So what are the different sources of the carbohydrates? The different sources of carbohydrates are wheat, corn, rice. There are also several examples of the carbohydrates. So what are the function or what are the function of these macronutrients? Why should we take the carbohydrates? We should take carbohydrates as it provides energy to our body. So we can say that carbohydrate is the energy providing food. So if we need the instant energy, we do not opt for the oil, we do not opt for the ghee, butter, pulses. We opt for the food that is rich in carbohydrate like glucose. Is not it? Okay. So now next macronutrient, we will talk about the protein. What are the sources of proteins? Pulses, beans, soya beans. Other examples are also there. Peas, lentils, etc. So what are the function of the protein? Here it is written, they are needed to repair the tissues and they also help in the growth of the body, and to repair the tissues. So proteins are also very much required for the growing people. For the growing children, the protein is required very much. Next, our macronutrient we will talk, it's the oil, ghee, butter. So what are these oil, ghee, butter? These are the sources of the fats, or we can say healthy fats, because there are also though many fats are there that are not healthy for us, but here we will concern over the healthiest part of the fat, that is the oil, ghee and butter. So what is the prime function of this fat? As you can see here, it provides energy to our body. Energy. Here it is providing the energy. So there will be contradiction. Fat is providing energy and carbohydrate is also providing energy. Yes, both are providing the energies. Both are energy providing nutrient. Okay. So till now we have discussed about the macronutrient, that is the carbohydrate, proteins and fats. Now we will talk over the other micronutrient, that is the vitamins and minerals. As we have seen that these are micronutrients, so required in very small quantity. So here, this part here, this point, that is A, B3, B12, B6, B1, H. These are what? These are the different vitamins. Vitamin A, vitamin B1, 3, vitamins B6. There are so many, vitamin D. So many vitamins are there that are present in different food items. And here it is talking about, as you can see in the picture, this is the different types of the minerals like calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, iodine, iron. These are what? These are the different types of the minerals that are required by our body, but in a very small amount. Okay. Now here you can see the pyramid of the food. Here pyramid means what? What does this pyramid depict? Carbohydrates are placed at the base of this pyramid, then above it vitamins and minerals, then proteins, then fats. Actually this pyramid is met on the basis of the requirement or the quantity of the food items that we check. Carbohydrate is required in high amount, vitamins and minerals little less than the carbohydrate, proteins are required but little less in quantity than vitamins and minerals, and very less amount fats are required. So this food pyramid is depicting the amount of the quantity of food items that we require concerning their nutrient present in them. Okay. So now we'll have the focus over the carbohydrates. The first macronutrient, carbohydrates. Carbohydrates, as we know, the main function is to provide the energy. Where does it found? It is found in the bread, in the potatoes, etc. Here, this is the mind map of the carbohydrates. Carbohydrates divided into two parts: simple carbohydrates and complex carbohydrates. Simple carbohydrates are divided into two parts, that is the monosaccharides and disaccharides. Mono means one, di means two. Okay, so simple carbohydrate, that is made up of the only one sugar. Disaccharide or the simple carbohydrate, that is the two sugars. Okay, so glucose is the one example. Glucose, fructose, galactose, these are the example of the monosaccharides, while the maltose, lactose, sucrose, these are the example of the disaccharides. Poly means complex carbohydrate, that is made up of the more number of sugars. Okay, for example, starches that are present in a rice, in which that is made up of the number of the glucose. When they are linked together, they are going to form the starch. So this is coming under the complex carbohydrate, and those carbohydrates that are made up of the one or the two unit that are categorized under the simple carbohydrates. Okay. Now here the types of carbohydrate. As we have seen, there are two types of carbohydrate: simple carbohydrate or the simple sugar, and the complex carbohydrate or the complex sugar. Simple sugar, example that we take in our diet: table sugar, that is sweet and taste, that provide the instant energy. Okay, and this can be eaten directly. But if we talk about the complex sugar, that is starch. Starch is present where? Here we can see the major sources are what? Wheat, rice, maize, potato. This cannot be eaten directly. They need to be cooked before eating. So it has been written, it does not give us the instant energy. They give the energy slowly as compared to the simple sugar. So this is the point of difference between the simple sugar and the complex sugar. So today this is the till here. This is the lesson. I am going to end here. So we have discussed about the different types of the carbohydrates, about the different types of the nutrients present in the food and their function.